Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is White Lightning coming back to you from Minnow Base here. I'm in the miner and just finishing up the tunnel that we built last time with the build and repair system. I've loaded the miner. Cargo capacity, you can see it's 36% full. That's just full of construction components and things, just so I could finish this line of conveyors here. A couple of people suggested last time when we were drilling this hole and starting to place the conveyors and stuff, a couple of people were suggesting that I could maybe use, place a line of build and repair systems down this line of conveyors, and I decided not to do that. I decided to just go ahead and do it quote-unquote by hand, right? The old-fashioned way, with just the build and repair system on the ship instead of built-in build and repair systems. And I'm fine with that. I don't think this line will get damaged, and if it does, I'm okay to come in and repair it. That'll mean that there was a heck of an attack to be able to penetrate and get in here and damage these lines. But yeah, we're pretty much done. Big thanks to everybody for watching last episode. If you enjoyed this one, make sure to give it a like and leave a comment to let me know what you think. And even if you don't like it, leave a comment to let me know what you think. I'm always happy to improve and take suggestions and ideas as well. Yeah, really gratifying to see everybody's response to me coming back and getting back into the video business. Here's 2 in a week, and that's kind of the schedule that I hope to keep to for the next little while. Ooh, yeah, that's what I get for trying to coast. Are we stuck somehow? What are we stuck on? Flown down here before. Are we just too low? Whoops. Okay, yeah, let's give us a little bit of an up. Whoa. Alright, initiate the drills. I've flown down this before, but apparently it's just a little too narrow to be totally safe. So, Space OSHA is going to get on our case if that's not wide enough, so we'll go ahead and widen that tunnel out just a little bit. And you know what? Yeah, I'll just keep on the right-click drilling. I could use at some point another run for resources, but whatever. We're okay for now. Okay, going to go ahead and break out here, and then today we're actually going to get this platform done. Ooh, yeah. Hope those weren't parts of my spaceship. Hope those were just parts of the tunnel there. Yeah, we're actually going to start working on this. The first thing we need to do is get a little bit dizzy from making that turn. Also, I noticed at the end of last episode that things were running a little slow and a little jittery, so I went ahead and did trash removal, and that seems to have helped, so we should be okay there. So, what we have here, go ahead and exit out. I am going to, I think, seal this off, actually, and turn this into something that we can navigate with, or turn it to something we can seal up with some of those large hangar doors, airtight hangar doors. I think that'll work really well. So let's go ahead and turn our HUD on so we can actually see something. And I guess the first order of business is actually to get a build and repair system up and going in here. So let me just come to some form of cargo access. There's some cargo access right there. And I just need, I've got all sorts of stuff in here. That's going to be great. I just need for now some steel plates. It's too many steel plates. Just give me like 80 of those. Still running with, that's not what I meant to do either, but oh well. Still running with like the small inventory size and things like that, which is okay, and it's actually kind of fun. Makes for some interesting challenges, and like your jetpack is no longer your spaceship type thing, which is kind of cool, I think. So, okay, so like I say, we need some build and repair system, or a build and repair system first. Let's go ahead and grab that on our toolbar. Build and repair right here. And these, we definitely want to be kind of out of the way. So I'm thinking like a stack of these right here, and that should be conveyorable, right? Yeah, it should be. Should work. Or like one going across like this. Yeah, no, I think a stack like right here. Great, okay. So that's one down, and build and repair system on the miner should pitch in and help me weld this. I should have everything that I need here to actually get this done. Yeah, these little build and repair systems are great because they're compact and fit on small grids, obviously. Less great because they're slower and they just have less like welding capacity than the large build and repair system. They can do less at one time. So if you are going to use them on a large grid, sometimes, and if you're going to have that be like a dedicated salvage ship or something like that, sometimes it makes sense for that to be, for those to be, for you to put a ton on because they really don't use that much power. And now, am I going to be out of large steel tube? Am I really not going to have enough large steel tubes to get this done? No, looks like I will. Large steel tubes, that takes up a ton of inventory. That's probably why it's welding so slow. Yeah, I could go get the components out of there, but I think by the time I ran back and forth enough times to get the components out, I think the build and repair system would have been able to handle it and get it all done already. Yeah, it should get done right away. I'm just going to go ahead and now we have the control button. So this is our build and repair system 4. So bars, salvage bay. Even though it's not technically a bay, this is going to be our salvage location. So bar, salvage bay 1, build repair system, salvage bay 1, and let's turn you on to fly mode right away. And we will have you weld before grind, I think. Yeah. And then our, we're going to help others. Let's set the grind color to 313, 100, 100. That's kind of the industry standard. Wait, yep, never mind. 313, 100, 100. That's kind of the industry standard for build and repair system, thanks to Captain Shack, the XP gamer. Go ahead and check him out. He has some really entertaining Space Engineers content, although less lately, which is a little bit disappointing. Let's see. We want to push components immediately, and I think that's good. So we can go ahead and turn this on now. And now this build and repair system will pull material all the way from our base, clear up there, which it's connected to, and it will be able to weld whatever we place down out here, which is going to be quite a lot of stuff. So I am going to pick my dark gray here, and we're actually going to go with the battered armor. Whoops, oh no, that's not what I meant to do. Shoot, I just lost my colors from clicking that. My bad. Sorry, not paying attention here. Yeah, we're going to go with the battered armor because I think that'll look pretty good down here for this salvage bay. You know, kind of an industrial, gritty look to it. And we're going to run, first of all, and I have no gravity here, so that's okay. We're going to first of all run a line of iron blocks or armor blocks around here like that. And then I'm thinking we draw another line up here. And the reason we're doing this, like I say, is so that we can get these airtight hangar doors here. And we're just going to use the default one. I have a couple modded in, but let's just use the defaults for today. There we go. Okay, so we're going to want a line of a few over and across like this. And then how high up can these actually go? Okay, so if I wanted to do a double row, I'd have to go a lot higher. I don't actually know if I want to do a double row. Let's grab this. Okay, so that would just be 2 like this. We would no longer be able to fit the miner in there, but I'm kind of okay with that, honestly. I think that's going to be all right. And if I need to, I can build a smaller little repair ship. I actually thought that would be kind of cool, is to build some sort of like tunnel crawling ship or something like that. This doesn't have to be airtight, but those, for one thing, those airtight hangar doors have a ton of hit points. So it'll be nice, I think, to be able to pop them open and close and have the build and repair system kind of lurking behind them back there. I think that'll work really well. Okay, yeah, so something like this is just right. Let's grab, if I can fill in this hole there, I will. Happy Super Bowl weekend, everybody living in the States. Hope you have a pleasant, even if football's not a thing you're into, I feel like you can enjoy the Super Bowl weekend just for the snacks, right? It's fantastic. We get like bean dip and avocado dip, although I did see an article in, I think, the Wall Street Journal talking about how Americans had, you know, X number of, let's see if we can we use this block here? Yeah, that'll work. Americans had like X number of avocado related injuries, like injuries from cutting avocados in the last few years, and most of those, or a good number of those anyway, are driven by the Super Bowl. And Super Bowl weekend, if you were to graph those, you know, incidences of avocado related injuries, you would see Super Bowl weekend, the graph just goes through the roof, because that's like when people cut avocados to make all their guac dip and stuff like that, and then they injure themselves because avocados are kind of hard to cut, kind of hard to prepare. But hope you all have a good weekend. Those of you in the UK, hope it's Brexit Day, which is kind of crazy. Like, I never thought that would actually happen. It's been going on for what, 3.5 years, 2.5 years? My wife and I were talking about it, and we're like, wow, Brexit has been like a thing since we were married. Like, it's as old as our relationship, basically. And so, like, hope that goes well. I'm kind of surprised. We were kind of surprised to see, like, it get the last elections to see it get blown out of the water that much. Like, that was a pretty crazy election result. So, which was kind of unexpected, because what we hear from the internet is all the people who are like, oh yeah, Brexit is stupid, but then apparently all those people didn't vote or voted differently than they said they would. I don't know. So, like, yeah, good luck with that, man. Kind of an interesting time to be alive for sure. Especially, I saw a list of memes talking about like 2020 has just been like so crazy, right? And people talking about why 2020 has been so blinking crazy. So far, we've just had a lot happen. Coronavirus is going on, although that's like probably, I don't know, the World Health Organization declared it an emergency. Does that mean that it's like something we should all be worried about? Or does that just mean, like, well, I guess what I'm trying to say is it a really big deal, or is it just kind of a big deal? And I don't know the answer to that, because I'm no like public health expert or anything like that. I need construction components to be able to place these catwalks. Although, do I even really need to be able to place catwalks? Yeah, I do. And I think we are going to indeed place them upside down, so we can place stuff on top of them. I think that'll work fine. Let's grab our construction components. Oh, and I need an inventory access point at some point down here as well, like a cargo container or something that I can use. Is this going to be the place for the catwalk? Probably so. It doesn't have to be fancy. Let's just place a row down like this, and then we'll actually. Yeah, I lost my 313 100. That's unfortunate. We should be able to set that though. 313, 100, and 100. There we go. Let's paint these pink real quick, and then I'm gonna grab the my small cargo container, and yeah, go ahead and place one just right here. That'll work fine. Then we have an inventory access point, so when we run out of materials, we'll be able to take care of that. And a nice little area to walk. And then, that in mind, let's continue on with these catwalks. So basically, I just want a little bit of area to walk around in and stand in. And also a recharge station would be nice too, like a battery recharge, some form of something that can do that. So we're probably going to want a control seat or something, maybe right there. Yeah, we'll place that when I actually need battery recharge, though, which is not right now. Okay, and then just go out with this little string of catwalks here. And yeah, it's going to be super weak, but I think it's going to look super cool. And I'm all about things looking super cool here. I'm definitely not, I've said this before, I'm definitely not a min-maxer when it comes to pretty much any video game, especially Space Engineers, because to me, Space Engineers is basically a chance to make like a Lego build or something cool like that. Like, you know, oh, Meteor Storm inbound, probably not going to get hit by anything there. You know, like Legos, I was totally a Lego kid, and Legos were like the shiz and super cool. Yeah, that's gonna need to come out a little more. What I'm trying to do here, what I want to do, is find a space for the miner to be able to dock. Which actually, if I just ran a connector up here, I'm fine to just have it chilling on a connector. That's okay. It doesn't have to be anything super fancy. I was totally a Lego kid, and that was the cool thing. Is like, you know, you get your Star Wars X-wing or your Star Wars Lego or something like that, and then it's so cool because then you like have this thing that you can take apart and play with, and I don't know, like I'm sure I'm not the only Lego kid out there, but Space Engineers is basically a chance to like fulfill my dreams of actually being able to fly an X-wing and stuff like that. So that's all to say. I'm a lot more likely to go for the option that I think is a little cooler or a little more like role play or just a little more exciting from that perspective than I am the option that actually makes sense from like an efficiency standpoint or a logistics standpoint. Okay, now we can dock this miner up and, you know, use its build and repair system to draw from the base inventory. Also, make sure we don't run out of any battery power or anything like that. Although we have, I think, a couple of reactors on here that are good, apparently for 41 days. So battery power, not going to be a concern for us. Okay, and let's go ahead and lock like so. There we go. We're in business there. And we've got our cargo space. Again, not gonna... That's kind of ugly there. Let's see if we can clean that up with a little bit of right-click drill. Yeah, our shields activate when we do that. That's gratifying to see. Okay, digging this with a drill, apparently. This will be fine. Now what we need to do is, I think I will actually transition to just plain light armor blocks. Although, would heavy armor be better for here? Maybe. I'm a little worried that we could, like, because things down here are kind of fragile, and we are relying on shields for most of our base defense. I will not deny that. I'm a little worried that some drone or something will come down here. Although we haven't seen a drone in a while. Is that concerning for anyone else? Concerning may be the wrong word, but, you know, I'm almost to the point where, and these are like famous last words and stuff like that, but I'm almost to the point where I would almost welcome a little bit of a drone attack, just because, I don't know, I want to see what our defenses will do. We haven't seen a drone in a while. Maybe there's some sort of problem going on. Anyway, I'm gonna build out here a little bit, and then what I basically want is just an arm that has a landing gear attached to it, or just keep going out here and stick a landing gear here on the end, and that'll be where the actually, you know what we should do? I'm going to come in here and turn on the build and repair system visual range. So let's find our bars base. We're not going to loop it in with bars base because this is like a separate, it's far enough away from the base so we don't need to loop it in. I'm going to show area, which is located where? Here. Okay. Yeah, we're going to show area for a second. Okay, that's actually a huge area. Man. So that means that we can park a ship for salvage anywhere in this kind of like crook of the asteroid here, which is useful information to know. I'm thinking, like I say, the natural spot is probably going to be like right here, in which case, like I say, I'd like some form of visual guide and landing gear that we can lock onto, especially. So we're going to build out here with some of this light armor. Make sure it's clipped into the asteroid there, so if it does get shot, it's okay. And then I'm going to place landing gear like out here. So let's grab our landing gear. So these extendable landing gear that are really nice, man. And then right there, and that'll be our capture point for any large grid or small grid that we capture. But specifically thinking of large grids, let's go ahead and I'm going to throw down a light here and another light here, and turn the brightness on those way up so that those serve as guides, which I can do. This is super fancy. Yeah, let's turn that radius way the heck up. And intensity is probably fine, actually. But yeah, so that we can actually see when we're in the shade and stuff like that, how this is all going to work. Okay, and this radius is... Wait, I'm confused. Did I turn the radius on the other one up? I don't know what's going on here. Okay. Yeah, that's weird. I had it selected. Should have been that one I was controlling. Should be fine. Might need a spotlight there as well. I'm not sure. We'll see. But that's going to be fine. We're also going to need some lights back here so that we can actually see what's going on. Also, a button panel, which I thought I saw, yeah, here on my toolbar. Let's place one of those down. And let's make you be just a nice light gray or something. And we'll set that with a toggle switch to turn on the build and repair systems and also open and close those doors. Yeah, there we go. That's done. Let's find our airtight hangar door. And these are going to be called our salvage bay doors. Save those. Come in here. Set up actions, groups, salvage bay doors. And we'll just toggle open and closed with that button there. So, boop. Very nice. I am liking that. Ah, that's so fun. Okay, and hit it again. We didn't have any sound because I have realistic sounds turned on instead of arcade sounds. And one other thing that I want to do actually is come in here to our setup actions, and let's grab the bars salvage bay 1, and I want to toggle on show area like this. Yeah, so that I can just hit that, and if I need to see, if build and repair system isn't working or something and I need to troubleshoot it, I can hit that show area button really quick. That's nice. That's going to work really nice. Okay, great. With that, I think we're ready to go ahead and haul that green cargo ship over and start things to work here. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm not going to put any cuts in today's video. I've decided I'm just going to record for as long as it takes to get this job done. So you guys, as I always say, feel free to put me on 2 or 3 times speed or whatever you need to do to make that kind of bearable for you. We still are a little bit full on cargo. That's going to be okay though. Now we have to actually go find that ship. Wait, haha, found it. Yeah, that wasn't so hard, was it? Okay, now, and stop turret. No, there we go. See, this is why I am setting up the salvage bay, because I hate turrets. I hate trying to manage turrets when you're trying to deal with like salvagey bits and things. Okay. Now, the real question of the day... Oh, and it appears that I made that into a base or something. Yeah, I anchored it to the asteroid so that it wouldn't... Is that just a landing gear? Yeah, it's just a landing gear. That's okay. I anchored it to the asteroid so that it wouldn't fly off. Is that a transmission? Oh, that's cool. So that's a landing gear nested in between 2 wheel suspensions, which looks neat. Wow. Color me impressed, whoever designed that. Okay, and it looks like my build and repair is like welding things up or something, which is okay, I guess. Let's come in here. Access denied. Yeah, see, this is the problem. And I can't, like, is this actually a station? I don't actually know. I would assume that it's still just a ship. I thought I remembered turning it into a station at one point, but I'm gonna assume, since I actually had it anchored, tied down, I'm gonna assume that it's just a ship. So we should be able to come find a nice flat spot for our landing gear to lock onto. This looks perfect, actually. This looks like it was a spot made for me. And landing gear are locked. Now, super fun job of trying to move this boat. Turn my inertial dampeners off, and I'm going to use the arrow keys to bank us this direction, all the while trying to stay out of range. You know what I should probably have is like a beacon or an antenna or something there that shows me where the where the landing zone actually is. That would probably be handy. Maybe even some set of systems, some set of like lit up beacons or something to guide me on the safe path when I'm hauling big ships in like this. Yeah, that might be nice. Okay, because right now I can't actually see where we were doing our constructing. Yeah, it's right up there. Okay, that's good. So all we have to do is just continue straight, more or less. See how we're doing on clearance. Pretty fine. Go ahead and angle things down. Yeah, lots of bits on this ship. We'll need these. Because I think my next job is to... between episodes, I'll put the finishing touches on the base, do like the lighting and finish the housing quarters and stuff like that, make sure everything's pressurized, those kinds of things between episodes. And then I think our next job is going to be to start work on the little ship that I want to build. Thinking of a dropship type thing. Basically, I want a ship that can do everything for me. Everything that I'm too lazy to build multiple ships for, even though I think it is fun to have multiple ships for multiple roles. For my purposes and for wrapping up the series and things, I just want one ship that I can use to fight and haul cargo and explore and land on planets and all sorts of fun stuff. So, and I have a couple of ideas for how to make that actually work. We'll see if they play out, but that's kind of where I am right now. Okay, yeah, my turrets are opening up on those missiles, which is fine. It's fun to see those in action. Or not missiles, asteroids. And yeah, maybe while I do that, I'll add in, like, I've successfully captured encounter corvette. What does that mean? Does that mean my build and repair systems have hacked everything on this thing? I don't know. I'll tell you what it does mean. I have officially run into the asteroid here, which is a bit of a problem. Let's go ahead and use the down arrow to pitch our nose down a little bit. It's hard without a ton of gyroscopes. But yeah, just like a multi-purpose one-ship do-all. Kind of my Razorback, right? Talking about the Mandalorian. My ship that I can just kind of take everywhere, haul a little bit of cargo, do a little bit of exploration, kill some guys. I liked the Mandalorian. I quite liked it. I liked a lot of the things that they did with it. I saw a Z-95 in it. That was so cool. Isn't that the ship that the one bounty hunter that he's like dogfighting with and that he blows up? Isn't that a Z-95? I thought it was. It looked like it to me. And like I loved the ideas that it explored of like what does the what does the galaxy look like in the aftermath of the rebellion? And the thing the one Imperial guy said was, I think, really compelling. He was like, I thought the rebellion was supposed to, and restoring the New Republic was supposed to bring peace, but I look around and all I see is chaos and death. And it's like, yeah, fair point. And that's like the one. I'm not an Empire apologist. I do think the Empire has by far the coolest. Well, the X-wing is cool and the Y-wing is cool. The Empire has the coolest capital ships for sure. Like, if I'm playing a video game or something, I am totally going to be flying around in an Empire's capital ship. And with an X-wing in it, which is the great thing about like the New Republic era, as opposed, according to the Star Wars Legends, the Star Wars Legends old canon, because the New Republic actually did take cool Star Destroyers and stuff and retrofit them, and then just stick X-wings and Y-wings and B-wings in them, which I think is super cool. Like, again, childhood wish fulfillment is to have a Star Destroyer with a bunch of X-wings packed in it. That would be so cool. But anyway. Empire apologists are always like, oh, the Empire may not be great, but it's cool and also brings stability and peace, and the rebellion's just terrorists, and I don't know what all. Okay, I think we're down pretty much where we're going to be. Let me go ahead and hop out, and I actually need to turn auto lock on for that giant landing gear. So landing gear, auto lock is on. I must not be worth locking. And you're telling me you can't lock to that? That is contact, man. That is physical contact. This is gonna bug me if we don't get it done. Nope. It is not having it. Game looks at that and says, yep, you're not in contact with that. Ah, there we go. See the camera angle flip. Okay, that's cool. That is cool. I feel pretty satisfied with that, you guys. Now let's see, I don't actually know if our build and repair system is... Ah, there we go. Okay, so it was probably, the build and repair system on the base was probably welding things up to repair them on this craft, but I'm just going to go ahead and paint the entire thing a ghastly shade of pink. Which is why we do this thing, right? It's why we use the pink, because it is too ghastly for anyone to ever consider actually using it. And then things will just get taken care of. Nice. One thing that we definitely do need. Well, for one, I can no longer get the miner in and land on that connector. My plan has flaws. It's okay, we don't need to do that right at this moment. One thing that we do definitely need is a couple more build and repair systems. I'm going to put, I think, two more down for now. And I'll go ahead and configure those offline. That'll just make it, I need steel plate, which is fine, because there's steel plate right here. Oh, do that dodgy thing. Yeah, I'm going to put just two more down, I think, and set that up off camera so that we really get the grinding done and get things salvaged sooner rather than later. Because, again, those bits will be really handy for what we're wanting to do later. So, anyway, I'm going to go ahead and call it here, guys. Thanks for joining me. Let me know if you have any ideas or suggestions for small ship builds, because that, like I said, that's probably what we're going to do next episode in a week or so when I get to it. Thanks for your patience. Thanks for sticking with me on the channel. Really appreciate playing the game and having you guys with me to enjoy it. So, again, have a fantastic day.